this is DevOps, DevOps.com. So, is network marketing a scam or a pyramid scheme? This is a question that we hear quite often, and so I'm going to go over that a little bit today. So if you're actually looking at a network marketing company and you're thinking, and people are telling you, oh, that's a scam, that's a pyramid scheme, that's this or that, I'm going to explain that a little bit more. So let me handle the first one. Is network marketing a scam? Well, according to Direct Selling News, we have over 18 million people that are involved in the direct selling industry. The retail volume of that, it reaches $34.5 billion. That's a 5.5 increase from 2013. Okay, this is 2014 figures. And basically, that's pretty impressive. Can all those people be wrong? What do you think? What do you think? Can they all be wrong? I mean, you have a whole bunch of small entrepreneurs that are out there working for themselves and time freedom. Can they all be wrong? Well, probably not. If you look at the chart, I have a chart on my webpage, and it talks about the people involved in direct selling, and that has risen dramatically in 2014 from prior years, 2009. It's risen from, let's see, what is it, $16.1 billion to, or people involved have risen from 16.1 to 18.2 in 2014. So that's pretty high. This is actually on my website, on my blog at devops.com, so you can check these figures out. Gender-wise, 76% are women. And why is that? Well, women like to stay home with their kids. They like to spend time with them. And they're looking for ways that they don't have to work the corporate deal where they're working 90 hours a week and getting paid for 40 and having to stay away from their kids, trying to struggle with babysitters, paying their babysitters more than they're actually making, and things like that. And like I said, I've got percentages on this, so go ahead and look at my blog. Actually goes over graphs and charts and things like that. So let's look at also why would you want to get into a direct selling or network marketing company? Well, first of all, let's look at traditional startups versus franchises versus direct selling. Well, a traditional startup, what's the initial investment? Well, that's easily in the thousands. And believe me, I had a salon. I can tell you that salon was very expensive. You have leasehold improvements. You have to pay rent on it. You have your equipment. You have just setting it up and like I said, the flooring and pretty much everything. And that's at the cost of the owner usually. The owner is the one that's actually paying for all of that. Additionally, it's just very difficult. The commitment required, that's significant. With your own business. Again, I had a hair salon, so your commitment, expense-wise was a lot. I had to work a lot of hours. There were many days I worked 16-hour days. Pretty much that's how it is. Time to profitability usually can take up to a year or longer, maybe even longer, years, multiple years. What's the ongoing cost? Well, obviously you've got your rent, you've got your utilities, you've got whatever the costs are to run the business, you've got your employees. You pretty much, you have your matching Social Security, you have your insurance, pretty much all of that. Those are ongoing costs. Their support, yeah, you are the support. Let me put it this way, exit strategy, very difficult quite often to sell these businesses, as a lot of people, they don't know, it's hard to present it. It's a hard thing to sell one, and I know that because I had one. What about a franchise? Well, franchises are probably easier to sell typically, but it could require years to sell one of those as well. What's the cost? Well, a McDonald's franchise is somewhere around $1 million. There's other franchises I've looked at around $20,000. I mean, they can, they're going to be an initial investment, no doubt, as far as your franchise goes. But additionally, on top of that, you've got royalties you have to pay. You've got other things, other expenses, and you have to pay them whether you're profitable or not. Every sale you have to pay a royalty on. So that can add up significantly. Plus you have the lease, you have the building, plus the utilities, plus the matching Social Security, plus the employees and employee expense. You have pretty much all of that as well. So let's look at direct selling. What's your initial investment? Well, most of those are like under $500, I think your initial investment. What the majority of successful direct sellers are part-time, which is really encouraging because you can literally start a business while you're working full-time. You can start a little part-time business, and you can, even if you sell, product to your friends, you're going to make a commission on that. So you're actually going to be, you could be profitable immediately rather than being profitable like years and years from now. So another thing and do you have a support structure? Absolutely, because your team members, your sponsors, everyone above you has a vested interest in your success, because your success means their success. And I've had a lot of people that have literally been in a regular business, got involved in a network marketing business, and it skyrocketed their regular business because of all of the training. You can, as far as an exit strategy, it's like I said, your investment is small, so you can exit at any time. So that's the advantages of getting into a direct sales business. The second thing that I wanted to point out, let's look at a pyramid scheme. That's the second thing. Is it a pyramid scheme? Well, according to Wikipedia, the definition of a pyramid scheme, I'm going to read this, is a business model that recruits members via promises of payment or services for enrolling others in the scheme rather than supplying investments or sale of products or services. Okay, so this is the difference between a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme doesn't have any products, and all network marketing companies that I know of have phenomenal products that people believe in, they market, they've had great results themselves, and they believe in the product. Basically they have customers as well of the product, not just trying to recruit people into the business end of it. And you can make, in a lot of them, you can make a significant amount of money just by customers. That's where it goes. That's where it's at, is customers. So the more customers you have, the better you're going to do, because those customers are going to believe in the product as well. And a lot of those are going to become representatives just because they love the product. Anyway, that is the pyramid scheme deal. So why would you want to get involved in a network marketing business? Well, stop and think. Number one, low investment. Number two, you're looking at time freedom. You build a team and you literally have time freedom. You have the world at your fingertips. There's been a ton of people like Ray Higdon, who started out in personal foreclosure, $1 million in debt. Just think about how phenomenal that is. And he has literally turned his life around. He has time freedom. He is, pretty much debt-free. He has the ability to travel whenever and wherever he wants. Wouldn't you want that? Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want the time freedom? Most people that work in corporate America today, we've been brainwashed to get the college education and go do the corporate America thing. But here's the thing. We're working endless hours. I know myself, I was working like 90 hours a week, and I'm like, man, this is no life. I don't have any time with my family. I don't have any time for relationships. I don't have any time for anything other than just staring at a computer and doing financial statements and accounting and this and that. I was a corporate accountant, and I just didn't have any time for anything. So that's what drew me to network marketing, plus the fact that a lot of people like myself were literally building time freedom. So, and look at also another great story is Mark Hoverson. Mark Hoverson started out living in a trailer. He was building his business, $40,000 in debt, building his business from the public library. Now figure that one out, okay? And he built a multiple, like 8-figure business. So, wow, can you do it? Of course. you can. And you can do that coming from the bottom. That's the other reason that would be great. I mean, how many people out there have $1 million to invest in a McDonald's, or even $20,000 to invest in a smaller franchise? How many people have that? And man, you're on your own. You got to get going. You got to build it anyway, regardless. This way you don't have a high investment. What you have to do is invest in you. You got to learn. You got to get the skills. If you don't have the skills, you're not going to be profitable in anything. And that's including accounting. You know, you go to college to get the skills. You just have to have the skills. And a lot of people don't understand that. They try a network marketing business, but they don't realize, hey, I don't have the skills. I need to get some training. And training, you know, in the internet age is readily available. Anyway, guys, I hope you got value from this. If you did, go to debalps.com. And if you want to learn a little bit more about marketing your business on the internet, check out debalps.com/AMF. And we'll see you in the next video.